Our job is to, number one, look after America's security and national interest, but number two, find where are those opportunities where our intervention, our engagement can really make a difference, and to be opportunistic about that. And that's something that I think Hillary has done consistently. I think the team at the State Department's done consistently.
Welcome to Opinion Journal. I'm Mary Kissel. That was President Obama on 60 Minutes, lauding the Secretary of State in a rather, shall we say, friendly interview to the President and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Is this a prelude to Hillary running in 2016? Editorial board member Dorothy Rubinowitz is here. Dorothy, a hint of presidential aspirations in that interview?
Yes, it's been there a long time, but that wonderful interview, which reminded me of nothing so much as Steve Kroft, hard-headed CBS 60 Minutes interviewer, sounding very much like a minister at a recital of vows of some distinguished couple. This bore some smaller, but you could see here and elsewhere, there's very little doubt that Hillary is preparing a run. But of course, what strikes you when you see her next to President Obama was that we are going to see the twin of the Obama presidency in Hillary, woman candidate for president. She will be another first, as he was the first black presidential candidate. And you're going to see almost all, and you could feel it, you're going to see all of the essentially untouchable aspects of her career. You have to marvel at the claims being made for Hillary Clinton.
But Dorothy, the Clinton machine is fundamentally different from the Obama machine. The Clintons were, shall we say, a bit more centrist in their political leanings. I say centrist, left center, yes, than the president is. I mean, how can he sit next to her and sort of softly endorse her when she represents views that many of which he doesn't agree with?
Well, Mr. Obama is a man of many sides, and he has pulled out of the hat this devotion to Hillary Clinton. Who of us can say what he means by it? But the point is, she is not loath to take advantage of it. They are now bosom friends. And if he can claim to have launched a president after his own heart, Lord knows what Joe Biden is thinking, watching things like this, or, you know, even Andrew Cuomo sitting quietly in New York. But clearly, she is the meteorite that is about to descend. And watching her, but watching the dynamics of this adulation based on, let me ask you, what distinctive feature of this woman's service, other than to have been a devoted, as she has been all her political life. What is the first thing we knew about Hillary Clinton, who wore glasses and was studious and who knew everything and who attracted Bill Clinton largely because studious, devoted, essentially hard-headed, obedient servant of her master. And I have actually heard, as you all have, Hillary Clinton described as the best Secretary of State in American history.
I'm so glad that you raised this, Dorothy, because we have North Korea doing another nuclear test, Pakistan in political chaos, Iran building a bomb, the Arab Spring that they weren't ready for, and then we have the debacle in Benghazi, 4 Americans killed,
yes,
and Hillary Clinton's testimony where she says, what difference at this point does it make for us to look backward? How could she get away with this, Dorothy? Why is she so adored and lauded?
She is adored because the word is out. Well, the point I'm making is her gender is there, front and center. The possibility of the first woman president. Secondly, she didn't get away with that. What we have heard was a kind of demagoguery from Hillary Clinton that was passed off because you didn't have any very active questioners. It was the most incompetent group of congressional questioners I have seen in a very long time. Nobody could stick to the point. In between encomiums to her wondrous travels, What has she done that Madeleine Albright didn't do? What has she done that anyone did? But the pronouncement is here that this is the second
So
coming.
she benefits from the same sort of generous
Totally.
press and the soft bigotry of low expectations that perhaps the president got when he was running for office. That's the argument?
Perhaps. There is no perhaps. I mean, but at least you could say of Obama that he was a master politician. She doesn't even have that. This was a crude response. It was a response of, I can yell louder than you can. What do you mean? What difference does it make? Because the emotion carried the day. She was giving kudos all over, with the exception of the conservative commentary. She was given kudos for having uttered those words because she is alleged to have gotten to some basic point.
Alleged to have gotten to some basic points. Well, we may have to watch her very closely for many years to come, especially 2016. Editorial
yes.
board member Dorothy Rabinowitz, thank you so much for being with us.